Well, hey folks, welcome back to Gear and Gadget Reviews. I am Brian, and today I got something really kind of special and quirky and weird and something I've never seen before, and I wanted to show you folks because this is actually going on my main channel as a giveaway item. But when I come across really cool things, I like to show them on the Gear and Gadget Review channel because that's what this channel is kind of about. So this is a really cool little gadget. This comes from Gulu, which I will say I purchased my own jump starter battery pack from them last year, and I've used it 4 times now, and it's been rock solid. So I trust this company. I know a lot of other companies make these little jump pack battery units that you can keep in your car or truck, jump off your battery if you need to. And there's probably other good ones out there, but I've only ever used Gulu, and I bought it myself, and it worked great. So I've got faith in this company. But what this thing is kind of like a jump pack battery, a little portable battery jump starter, but it's also an inverter that you can power AC appliances with. And I've never seen anything like it before. So I wanted to show you folks what it was. In the box, you get a little carrying bag, and I keep my jump pack in this little bag in my console of my truck. This is the unit itself, and it's fairly big, but so you're probably thinking, what in the heck is this thing? Let me show you what else it comes with, and I'll try to explain it. So it also comes with this 12-volt plug that converts the DC power in this into AC power via this little plug. So it's a mini inverter, what it is, as well as a DC charger jump starter for your battery, but it's kind of like a 2-in-1 deal. And it comes with these pretty nice heavy-duty cables that you can use to jump off your car or truck battery as well. And it also comes with a little S-carabiner hook that you can hook on to this little lanyard, I guess, I don't know. And then a USB-A to Type-C port, and then you also get another standard USB-C charging cord. So like I said, you can use this thing as a jump pack in your car, and it's rated at 600 starting amps up to 3000 amp on boost mode. I've jump started 2 batteries that were completely dead using the boost mode, and it worked out just fine. So 3000 boost amps is more than enough to start a dead car battery, completely dead car battery. So this is essentially that plus an inverter. So if you want to run, now guys, let me say, this isn't going to power your home refrigerator, obviously. This is going to be used in the case of an absolute emergency. You know, if you're at home and you don't have anything else, and this doesn't take up any room, you can use this and plug in a lamp. Or I'm going to plug in my 12-volt fridge to show you guys that it works. It's kind of like a 2-in-1, a charger so you can charge devices, and it's got a real nice screen so you can see it very clearly, and the boost mode is right here. So when you try to go jump off a car, you open up this flap and you plug in your battery cables. There's only one way to plug them in. So now this thing is ready to jump off a car. And this thing is smart, so it'll know if you connect the negative to the positive and the positive to the negative. It'll tell you. It won't let you. It'll basically shut the power down to this battery, so you're not going to start burning your wires up. So they call these smart clamps, I guess. It's not going to let you connect the battery the wrong way. It'll flash and tell you redo it. But this is the configuration to jump off a battery. You can also use this thing to charge appliances. So over here in the corner, you've got a 100-watt power delivery in and output port. So you can charge this thing up to 100 watts with the power delivery cord, or you can output 100 watts to like a laptop or a MacBook or anything that needs a high draw. You can plug in a USB Type-C cord and it'll output 100 watts. Then you also have a quick charge USB-A and then a standard USB-A as well. So you can charge regular appliances, regular phones, stuff like that with a quick charge, or your standard USB-A output port. And it does have a DC out little barrel 5521 adapter as well. It does have a little light on the end. So if you press and hold the power button, it cuts on. And it's got a couple of different modes. So if you press the power button again, it flashes SOS, and then strobe, and then off. So it does have a little light up here, which is, you know, I guess pretty beneficial if you truly do need this in an emergency. But the main difference with this unit is the fact that it comes with this tiny little inverter. Now these, you can buy these things that'll fit into your cigarette port of your vehicle. You just simply plug in to this 12-volt right here, and you turn this thing into an inverter. And let me show you how it works. I've got a fan here. And also with this inverter, of course, you also get your AC port, your AC plug right here, but you also get another 30-watt power delivery output and a quick charge USB port as well. I'm gonna turn the fan on. and it tells you the amount of watts that that fan's pulling. So you can see it's, I'm reading it backwards. 12 watts, 17 watts, it's kind of fluctuating. But that fan's running. This is like a really tiny little inverter if you ever have to use it. And when you plug this little inverter adapter into this unit, you don't lose the 12 volt socket, because on the end you still maintain another 12 volt socket once this is plugged into here. So you don't really lose out on plugging this in if you still need a 12 volt car cigarette style lighter. And this is rated up to 12 volts, 10 amps. So you can't charge this thing up via solar. You have to either use grid power. Well, there is kind of a workaround if you want to use solar, but for all intents and purposes, you either have to plug up this USB-C cord to the USB-C port and then the other end into a power delivery charging brick that's plugged into your wall up to 100 watts. So you can supply up to 100 watts in here via this. Or, okay, so a way that you can charge it via a battery is, I've got my little Tenergy 300 here. I'm gonna take this adapter, I'm gonna plug it into the 12 volt side, turn that on. You can see the blue indicator light cuts on. And this is gonna start charging. This is charging at 100 watts per the indicator down at the bottom. When I say you can't charge it via solar, it's kind of a workaround. You can use solar panels to charge this, and then in turn, plug this in to charge it via this inverter. Or of course, you can always plug in your power delivery directly into the power delivery port of your battery box, and it'll charge it just the same. So this battery station limits the power delivery to 50 watts. So I'm not gonna get up to 100 watts charging. That's why this might come in useful, because this has a higher rating. So you can charge it via a battery. You can charge it via a plug-in wall brick that you plug in these, so you can charge it via the grid. So just a cool little thing, I think. I'm gonna go get my little 12 volt fridge and see if this will run it off my 12 volt fridge. But just a couple of specs on this thing. So the inverter, the AC side, can continuously run 120 watts. So it's very small. You're not going to run a fridge, like I said, like a standard size fridge, but 120 watts up to 150 watts surge. So you get an extra 30 watts if you need it. So you can run a couple of light bulbs, a couple of lamps in your house if you have to. You know, power goes out, put this on the nightstand next to your lamp, and you can use this, put it in the side, and then plug in your lamp, and you've got light. And the capacity on this thing is 280 watt hours. So that's not bad for a unit this size. You know, this right here has around 292 watt hours. So these two basically have the same amount of watt hours in them. And this is a lot smaller. And you know, this is a little bit easier to put in a backpack, honestly. Okay folks, so I've got my little 12 volt fridge that I've been using a lot lately. I'm gonna plug in the 12 volt adapter over here on the side. And I don't even need this inverter portion of it, but I can plug it directly into the end of this. Power it on. We're good to go. My fridge cut on. And let me open up the lid so we can maybe get that compressor to run. We turn down the temperature. And hopefully we can get an up close view of how many watts this thing pulls. Okay, starting to climb. 41 watts. 42 watts, compressor kicked on, 44 watts. So yeah, this thing will definitely run this little fridge, this little cooler fridge. That compressor just kicked on again and we're at 42 watts. So this thing does not have any problem at all, being that this is 10 amp output, running that little fridge. Let's turn this fan on, but let's unplug this and let's use the inverter. So I'm gonna plug my fan in. I'm also going to plug in the fridge to the side of this little inverter adapter. Let's turn this fan on. Awesome. Look at that. Fridge is running, fan's going. We're pulling a whopping 10 watts right now because I guess that compressor cut off. Yep, 53 watts now. That's pretty cool. I think that's really kind of fun right there. So we're pulling 51 watts. We got the fan going and the fridge is running too. So there you go, folks. That's pretty cool. So it works. Easy peasy. Let's unplug it. All right. So another spot I see this being really useful is like when I leave my house here and I'm running to camp, I can use just this little tiny little brick to keep this fridge powered up until I get to my campground. If I have electric shore power there, then I can plug this into electric shore power. And this doesn't take up as much room as some of my bigger battery units that I have to carry from here to the campground to keep one of my 12 volt fridges running. just use this. Very, very simple, and it's gonna be more than enough power. So gang, I just really thought this was a really cool little gadget, and I thought it kind of deserved its own video instead of just throwing it in a giveaway video. I'll put the price up here, what it currently is on Amazon as of today, September the 1st, 2022. So prices could fluctuate, but this is what it is now. And just a cool gadget, guys, so that's it. So hope you found that informative, and maybe you have a need for this. I don't know, I think I might. So guys, thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you on the next one. See ya.